welcome to Pilates Strength. I'm so excited you're here. Today is a shoulders and booty snack workout, which means it's a shorter work time, but I think this one's gonna be pretty spicy. So you're gonna need just a pair of light weights. I'm working with a pair of 3-pound weights, but at any point, feel free to do this without any weights at all, because it will also be spicy. That's just a preview of what's to come. Okay, jump onto your mat when you're ready. We're just gonna start with a really quick warm up. So we're gonna come into a 4-point position, so hands and knees, and then we're just going to roll up into a cat-cow and just flow through that a little bit. When you are tucking in the chin, arching the back, I want you to think about pushing away from the floor with your hands. And then letting the belly hang low, chin up. Let's go through 2 more of those. Really pulling the belly in, pushing away from the floor, expanding the shoulder blades. Good. And just take your breath on your own, flowing through this as needed. You're just gonna come into a neutral position and just turn your head to one side. Good, back to center, other side. Back to center, one more time each way. Good, take it at your own pace. If you need a little bit more, keep going. I'm gonna start to walk my knees back a little bit. My toes are gonna come to touch and my my knees are going to separate ever so slightly. I'm gonna push my bum back, but not all the way to my heels, but I am gonna stretch out my arms and I'm gonna give 2 thumbs up. And I'm gonna try to push my armpits into the mat. This is for some shoulder mobility. It's one of my favorite moves here. You want to leave your bum sticking up a little bit, so not like a child's pose where we try to get our bum towards our heels. Couple deep breaths here. Good. And when you feel ready, come on up. Hands mostly under shoulders, maybe a little bit wider. You're going to walk your knees back into that 4-point position. Tuck the toes under and then lift up into down dog. Find a really nice comfortable position. So you're going to try to push away from the floor, still have a little bend in your elbows, and then you're going to push your chest towards your thighs, and then the goal is to try to get your heels down towards the floor. Just pushing through that a little bit, maybe pedaling out the heels. Good, and then we're going to take a really long leg up. You just choose your favorite one, doesn't matter. And then you're going to take a nice big step forward to match the hand on the same side, and then open up into the world's greatest stretch. Maybe roll out the wrists a little bit. Hand to the inner thigh, and just pushing, or into the inner knee, oh my goodness. And then just pushing out a little bit. Just giving a little more tension into the hips to open up. When you're ready, hand down, push back into down dog. Lift that other leg, big step forward, opening up to one side, rounding out the wrist, hand to inner knee, and just leaning in a little bit more. And I am trying to push my opposite hip into the floor a little bit. Go with whatever range of motion your body is giving you today. Hand down, press back into down dog one more time. Nice deep breath here. Drop the hips. Okay, we're ready. Shoulders are warm, hips and booty are warming up. So you're going to want your weights close by. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. You're going to want your weights close by. So I'm actually going to have one kind of just in front of my mat, and then I'm going to take the other one in my hand. So I have it in my right hand, and I'm going to take my opposite leg long, okay? So right hand, left leg long. I'm gonna try not to kick my plant there, okay? And then what we wanna do is hold the low belly in, so we're not just letting everything fall out and bump shooting up. We're gonna tilt the pelvis, hold the low belly in, push away from the floor, and then we're just going to lift and lower through the arm and the leg. Take it nice and slow. There's never a rush here in Pilates. So I have a little bend in my elbow and a little bend, in the elbow, both of my elbows actually. So the hand that's down on the floor is holding me nice and steady. I'm pushing into all of my finger pads. And I'm just lifting and lowering here. Where this is coming from in the glutes is basically where your thigh meets your bone cheek. So we're not just lifting the leg, right, and just moving. We're taking it slow, and we are doing everything with purpose. So that movement is coming right from the glute max. And we're breathing the whole time. We're gonna hold this high in 3 more. You starting to feel that shoulder? Good. Hold it high and just tiny lifts right here. Something to remember is that we wanna make sure that we're not going into our low back. So as we're going into those tiny lifts, we're still holding that low belly in. Good. If ever that weight gets too much, you drop it and go body weight. Good. Amazing. Whew. Incredible. We're gonna hold this high and slide the weight and the leg out in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold. Slide out wide, bring it back to the midline. Slide wide, bring it back to the midline. Whew. Good. Slide wide, back to midline. Again, dropping the weight as needed. You will feel that shoulder working with or without that weight. Maybe you want to start without and you build up to it if you are newer to strength and Pilates. Good. Out, back in. We're gonna hold it out in 3, 2, good, and 1. Hold it out, just tiny lifts on that angle. Tiny, tiny lifts. Good, keep going. I'm just going to show you a different angle here. Tiny, tiny lifts. So I'm out at that angle. Leg and arm are wide across that midline. Keep going for 6. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Drop that knee, the working leg knee, to the floor. You're going to turn over. You're going to work your other leg at this point. But that weight is in that same arm. So we're opening up and all we're doing is lifting and lowering. Whew. Lift and lower. So your working leg now is kneeling on the floor. We're gonna push forward in our hips. And now we are still working that same arm, but our opposite leg is doing the lifting and the lowering. Good. Your working leg that you had before is holding you steady, so it's not like it's doing nothing at all. Try to relax your neck, have it in line with your spine. Breathe. Good. We're holding our low belly in. Core has to work so hard here to keep our balance. My back foot is on a little bit of an angle. That's to help with balance. We're gonna hold leg and arm long in 3, good, 2, good, and 1, hold it long. Knee and elbow meet in the middle. Oh my gosh, extend out wide. Meet in the middle, extend wide. Oh, my shoulder wants to escape my body. Keep going. Good, you can also drop that weight and extend long, squeeze the glute. Good. My supporting arm still has a little bend in the elbow. Amazing. 4, oh my gosh, 3, yes, good. 2, and 1. Hold it long. Tricky move here, okay? We're going to slide it forward, slide it back. Oh my gosh. With or without that weight. Slide it forward, slide it back. Good. 2 more. Slide and back. Good. We're going to give our shoulder a little break here. And back. Good. Drop your weight to the mat. Okay, you're going to take that working arm, hand down to the mat. Yes. You're going to take your opposite arm and bring your forearm down. Good. You're going to bring your knee into elbow and extend long. Knee into elbow, extend long. So you're kind of sharing the work between your 2 glutes right now. We started with our opposite glute. Whew. And now it's turned into your stabilizing glute muscle. And we are now working on that second side when we turned into that side kneeling position. Good. And now we're continuing to work on that side. Amazing. Try to let your head hang. Whew, nice and relaxed. That's it. And when you bring your knee into your tricep or your elbow, you're going to extend that leg long and have a little flick up at the top. Oh my goodness. All right, 4. Good. You're just going to hold it long in 3, in 2. Good. And 1, hold it long right here, just tiny lifts. You want to work in that range of motion that feels slightly uncomfortable, but still doable. Good. We are almost done here on the floor. Whew. Oh my gosh. If you're feeling a ton of that work in your supporting glute, I want you to push into your hand that's on the floor. Good. 8. Keep squeezing your glutes. Good. For 4, 3, we're not done. 2, 1. Hold it long here. Bend the knee into your tricep or your elbow, and then take that shape all the way back. So you're keeping that bend in your knee, and then you're bringing it forward, and back. Good, a little bit of a scorpion tail here, and back. Nice. 4, good. 3, oh my gosh, my glutes. 2, good. And 1, you're gonna hold that knee back, just tiny press back, 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 back. You really wanna work within that tiny range of motion. We're squeezing as we're pushing back. Our core is on, our face is relaxed. Good. Oh my gosh. Keep going for 6. Good. We're gonna hold that squeeze back and just lift the whole shape up in 2 and 1. So hold it back and lift and lower. Lift and lower. So you're just lifting that shape up and lowering it back down. Lift and lower. Still pushing back. Glute is on fire. Stay with me here. 6. Good. We're changing shape soon. That's it, that's it. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come knee to knee, grab both of your weights. We are just going to go into a pant and shirt fix. There we go. We're now in a high kneeling position. Both hands have the weights, and we're just going to come up into lateral lifts. Wow. Okay. Let your glutes relax, but at the same time, you want to push forward in your hips so that your core stays on. We want to be like a really solid tree trunk here. We're just lifting and lowering, tiny bends in the elbows as usual. Good, good, good. Keep going, keep going. I feel like something funky is happening with the hair as usual. All right, in 4 counts, we are gonna hold this up, and we're just gonna flip our palms up and down. Ready? Hold up, flip, back down. Flip up, back down. Good. That bend in my elbows is still happening. I'm squeezing my glutes together, even though I don't want to. Good. And my core is on. Nice. We're just getting into those shoulders a little bit more here. Great work. 4, good. 3, we're gonna stop with palms down, and 2, good, and 1, palms down. Just slide forward, slide wide. Whew. Slide forward and slide wide. Very good. We are almost done. Stay with me. Good. Shoulders and booty. No joke here. Awesome job. All right, 2 more. Good. Slide it wide. Last one. Full. Slide it wide. Bring it forward. Drop the palms towards the thighs. Lift up into a front raise. So we want to keep our shoulders down away from our ears here. I still have those tiny bends in my elbows. I'm pushing forward with my glutes, turning my core on. Good. If you have sensitive knees as well, you can do all of this park them standing, or maybe you want to double up your mat or put some pillows underneath. It's all good. Good. Let's go for 2 more. Yes, good. Last one, bring it down. Turn the palms out. Little bends in those elbows remain, and we're going to bring our hands up wide for around the world and back down. Good. Let the shoulders rise up naturally as your arms come past the shoulders. Good. Now, because our weights are going up overhead, we still want to make sure we are zipping our ribs down so we're not opening them up and getting into our back body. Good. This entire part can be done without weights as well. It's very spicy. Good. 4 more. Almost there. Good. Last 3. Remembering to breathe. Amazing. Nice, slow and steady. This is your last one coming up right here. Good, down. We come up, hold high, bend the elbows, overhead press. Good. Press up. Ooh, the shakes are starting. Press up. Zip your ribs right down there. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. You're going to leave one weight off to the side. We're just changing sides for the booty work, okay? So I had my weight in my right hand last time. I'm switching it over into my left hand. I'm also switching sides on this mat. So don't get confused. Just opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember which arm you worked first and then work off of that for reference, okay? My finger pads are all on the floor. I'm extending my leg long and I'm holding my low belly up and in. And when I feel ready, we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. So you'll feel your shoulders right away here. There's a lot going on this entire time. Good. Squeeze your glutes at the top. One thing we don't want is to bring that leg so high that our back starts to fold in and and our belly starts to go down towards the floor. So as we're lifting and lowering, we want to make sure that we're stopping right at that point before we start to lose our form. Good. Breathing in and out. Oh man. Good. Let's go 4 more. Then we get to hold this high and go into tiny lifts. Here we go. Last one, hold it high. Just tiny lift, tiny lower. Amazing. Tiny lift, tiny lower. We're holding our limbs straight out either way. I still have that little bend in my elbow. on my stabilizing hand. I'm working the opposite arm and leg, and I'm holding my low belly in, trying to relax my face and like making, I don't know what's wrong with my words today, keep going. Making eye contact with maybe the mat just in front of you. I can't even blame no coffee. I had more than enough. Maybe that's the issue. All right, we're gonna hold this high and slide it wide. You ready? Let's go. Slide it wide. Bring it in. Hold. That is tough on the core. So keep going. I want you to also think about holding that low belly in again. So anytime you need to reset because you think you've lost your form, just take a second and do that. Good. Again, weight or no weight, it's totally up to you. Try to hold that leg as high as your hips will allow you to without losing your form. We're gonna hold this wide in 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it wide, just tiny left, tiny lower on that angle. Oh my gosh, my shoulder. Good, my glute as well. My glute, my hamstring, all of it. Good. Whew. All right, 8. Probably not the number you wanted to hear, but that's okay because we're already at 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That working leg knee comes to the floor. That foot folds back just a little bit. Stabilizing hand comes forward. Good. We're gonna open up to the side, extending our other leg now. Taking that weight up. Good. And then we'll just lift and lower. Good. So that's where that change of legs happens. So we go from working one leg to the other. Nice. So we want to try to push away from the floor through our shoulder and not sink into it. See that difference? Long lines is what we're after. Good. Amazing. Keep going. That amazing drip of sweat just went right into my eye. Oh man. Good. You know it's good when. All right, 4 more. Then we're gonna bring the elbow and the knee to meet bent in front. Good. Hold it long. We go meet in front, extend it long. Meet, extend. Good. This is where your shoulder starts to ask for a little bit of help. Good. So you're either still working with that weight or you're dropping the weight. Good. 3 pounds is more than enough for this workout. All right, 4 more. 3, we're gonna hold it long. 2, good. And 1, push forward with your hips. We're going to slide and meet, and then slide it back. Good. Slide and meet. Limbs are long. 2 more. Slide and pull it back. Core is on. Last one. Slide. Ooh, the shapes. Good. Put that weight down. Right? Our same leg is still working, so you can hold that up. You're going to drop onto your forearm with your stabilizing hand, and your top hand comes down to the floor. And we're just pulling in and kicking out. Pulling in and kicking out. My knee just popped. Okay. Good. Good. Nothing hurt. Just made a nice loud pop for the camera. Good. Pull it in. Kick it out with that little flick at the top. You are now going to feel your opposite glute, your stabilizing glute, really start to turn on here. Push into that hand on the floor. We're just shifting the weight a little bit. We are slightly open to the side, which helps to change the angle in the glute that we're working. Whew. Good, let's go 4 more. Flick up at the top, good, 3. Nice, 2, we're just gonna hold it long. And 1, hold here. Tiny lifts, tiny lowers. Good, tiny lift, tiny lower. Right in that range. We're making that mind-muscle connection with our glute max where our thigh and our bum cheek meet. That's where that lift is happening. Pushing into that hand. Nice. Good. 4. Good. 3, 2, good. And 1. We're going to bend our knee, bring it into the elbow. Keep that bend and push it back. Knee to elbow, push back. That bend stays the whole time. We are so close to the end. Stay with me. If you're like, I'm gonna do a little shoulder and glute workout, not a big deal. Oh my gosh, I apologize. Push back, pull it in, push it back. 4 more. Then we're just gonna hold it back, tiny pushes back. Good. Oh my gosh, last one. Good, back, 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 back. Tiny presses, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it back, just lift and lower, lift and lower. We are in our last movement. Stay strong with me here. Just lift and lower. Don't sink into your shoulders. Push away from the floor. Core is on. We've got this for final 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your toes together, knees apart. We're gonna bring our bum to our heels and then slide our hands forward into a child's pose. Big deep breath. That was tough work. I'm not gonna lie. That was a really tough one. You did such an amazing job. Good. Bring it back up to all fours. We're just gonna flow through a couple cat-cows. Take it at your own pace here. Letting the sweat drop. Good. Amazing. One more flow through. Wow. All right. Incredible job. That was shoulders and booty. And I don't even know if I can qualify that as a snack. So we'll see what it goes up as on the app. But be proud of yourself. You did such an amazing job. And I'll see you next time.